Hey guys, today is January 6th, 2016. Today we're going to read the rest of Matthew chapter 7. And let's see, it's chapter 7 verses 15 through 28. It starts with, "Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by your fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs them from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by its fruits you will know them. By their fruits you will know them. I never knew you. Not everyone who says me, Lord, says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does not the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, we have not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name. And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who have practiced lawlessness. Build on the rock, therefore, who hears the saying of mine and does them. I will liken them to the wise man who built on his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on the house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not to them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on the house, and it fell, and great was it fall. And it was so, when Jesus had ended these sayings, that the people were astonished at his teachings, for he taught them as one of having authority, and not as the scribes. Wow, so he was astonished. And so it was when Jesus had ended these sayings that the people were astonished at his teaching. Yes, this is the Sermon on the Mount. I think the biggest thing to know here is that God is a sovereign God. He talks about it a lot. I think that we live in a world that's beautiful and lovely and full of peace and things, but I also know that if you believe in what this says, like, there is somebody as an enemy of your soul. And so, Paul, when he died, he said, I fought the good fight. And I think that's what we have to remember, is that it's not easy to be a Christian, and it's not by any means like rainbows and butterflies all the time, but the peace that God gives you, and knowing you can fall back on that when, like today, woke up, I had anxiety, I have a big project that I'm doing, and there's a lot of fear inside me. I can't do this. You're not good enough, blah, 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 blah. Same things that have been going through my head, my whole life. And to combat them, you must pray, and we must keep within the word, and you must, you must know that like we talked about yesterday, narrow the way, enter by the narrow gate, for the wide is gate and the broad is that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in it, because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life. There are few who find it. So know that it's not easy, but it's worth it, and I like I say, I've said in the last few videos, God's blessings have been pouring out on me, and I don't even feel like worthy enough for them. I've been working a lot my whole life, doing things that I have always wanted to create things, and been a creative person my entire life, and finally I'm being able to showcase these things. And I feel like the enemy will come at me and like say your stuff's not good enough, you're never going to finish in time, and it's just with your prayers, please pray for me that I continue to have strength to fight them, and I pray for faith and peace. Just one second, I have someone at the, actually let me just go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.